Imagine achieving healthy, youthful, glowing skin with less product, less steps, and less time. Our next guest, Me Time Botanicals, can help you do just that.
This is Charleston Women Podcast, where you can meet like-minded, strong, independent, professional, and inspiring local women. This is Charleston Women Podcast.
And now we are thrilled to welcome to the Charleston Women Podcast the owner and founder of Me Time Botanicals, Cara Reich. Cara, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me, Erin. I am thrilled to be here.
You know, I used all my Me Time products this morning. You know, I love you. So I'm really excited about this interview because, you know, I think we're all aware of like big national skincare brands, but I love you because number one, your stuff works. It is simplified. It's organic. And it doesn't cost a ton of money. So we have so many things to talk about. Let's just go to like the backstory of how did you say, you know, wake up one day and say, I think I'm going to start a skincare brand.
Yep. So kind of how this all started is I'm juggling all the things. I have always been a go-getter. I'm always exhausted. I'm always burning the candles at both ends. And I never had time for a complicated or confusing skincare routine. Mm-hmm. It was always super simple and easy. And I knew that I wanted to create something that was simple, organic, non-toxic, and actually worked and made me feel effortlessly gorgeous because I'm a Midwest girl. Midwest girls do not put on all the makeup. We are in flip-flops and like easy things. And I knew that when I created a skincare line, I wanted women to feel just as gorgeous as they feel effortlessly.
Right. I'm a Midwest girl too. And we wear like hoodies and flip-flops.
That's right.
I didn't really start wearing makeup until I moved to Charleston. Full disclosure. That was a long time. That was a long time ago, but isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's all about like less product, less steps in less time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like all women need this, this little bit of me time that brings them back to themselves. Like we are always running around ragged. We're trying to pour ourselves into everything and everyone. And a lot of times we're the last people during the day that even get an ounce of our energy back. And creating this line, it's just a simple, easy thing that you can do every single day that makes you feel gorgeous and gives you back a little me time when you're looking in the mirror. It makes you just feel just wonderful.
And the products are so nice. It is like a spa-like experience. Like just when I have my Glow Getter on the morning and I'm like patting it in, I'm like, ooh, this feels so good. So this brings me to the next question. Like, I think it's a psychological thing where we seem to equate the more I spend, the better I'm going to look. If I buy the $300 face cream, I'm going to look like I'm 20. Now, we've yet to find that ultimate product that is going to reverse, you know, time and do all the things. But you know, how you are much more accessible. It's a lot of rambling for me to say you're much more accessible than other brands. Like, how is that when you probably could match a much higher price point if you wanted to?
Absolutely. I would put Me Time Botanicals up against $150, $300 products. The reason why you're paying $300 for a product is marketing. It's all about marketing. And I am not one to be like, oh, look at this product. It's all of these ingredients and I'm going to charge you $300 for it. Like I wanted women to be able to enjoy high performance, clean, gorgeous products that are affordable because I was in accounting and in finance for years. Like I know how business works and I wanted to just give back all of that crazy margin and markup and just pour it back into women because literally I would stand on the side of the street and be like, here, just try this product because I know like once you actually try the product, you're going to be blown away.
Right. And that's what happens. People test it out and then they are hooked and we kind of like wipe away all the other things we've had sitting on our bathroom counters for a long time. And that brings me to the next question. Like I've always been confused. what order do I put stuff on? Like I've got the serums and the vitamin C and retinol and cream and all, so many things. It gets really complex.
Yep.
You really make it, as you said, simple. So can you just kind of give us the scoop on what products, could you name 5 of them that we just don't need? Are we like throwing money away on things that aren't necessary?
Yeah, you really are. So commercials get us, right? They reel you in because they make you feel like, oh my God, I need this. So one of the products that make me shake my head every time I see it is like body washes with collagen. Or that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're putting it on your skin for an instant and then it's rinsing off. You're literally washing your money down the drain.
Right.
So if you're seeing anything that is a wash-off product, meaning that you're only leaving on for just a few seconds, don't waste your money on all these hyaluronic acid, collagen building ingredients because they're not doing anything to your skin.
That's a great point.
Yep.
What else? What else don't we need?
So another one is makeup wipes. Like ditch the makeup wipes. Just look for.
Now I want to argue that one.
Okay, tell me.
Because I'm lazy and I've always, with TV makeup, I'm like a makeup wipe girl. Are they bad for you or is it just not? I know it doesn't cleanse enough. Like I have to double or triple cleanse after it. Like I'll use your stuff, but frequently I'll like wipe the first layer off with a makeup wipe. Yeah. Is that bad for my skin?
It's not bad for your skin if you are continuing with a real cleanser.
With a real cleanser, right?
With a real
cleanser. Your stuff.
Because like, think if you were sweaty and dirty and you took a washcloth that was wet and you wiped it on your skin. Like all that's doing is pushing everything back in. It's not really cleaning off the dirt. So makeup wipes are not terrible as long as you are doing a second cleanse.
Okay.
But again, if we're saving steps and saving time,
you don't need it.
You just don't need it.
Right.
Podcasting has exploded in popularity, especially local podcasts. As of 2022, 62% of Americans have listened to a podcast. 38% have listened in the last month. 26% in the last week. The podcasting audience is booming with no signs of slowing down. Call the podcast hotline to be featured on these podcasts or to receive information about podcast marketing. Call 843-530-0403 or visit carolinapodcasts.com.
You're listening to the Charleston Women Podcast.
What is your magical face wash? I know we're going to get more into products a little bit longer, but you have it right. Of course you do.
So
Ladies, Clean Slate. Can I be the face of Clean Slate, Cara? I have tried every face wash imaginable. Like we put on more makeup than the normal person on television. Right. This is the only thing that gets it off. That feels good. That smells good. Leaves the skin soft. Like you have created a little magic in a bottle there. I totally digress. I'm going off here.
No, you're fine. So yes, Clean Slate is your cleanser, your makeup remover, and then it doubles as your overnight moisturizer. Because again, Erin, I'm all about saving women time and money so that they can go about their day. And Clean Slate does that all. It's the super beauty balm that like everyone needs this.
Right. I travel with it. I was in Chicago on the weekend and I bought your little travel pack. I'm like, I literally cannot leave home without it. So anything else we talked about, the body washes with collagen, anything you're going to wash off doesn't need, all that stuff. You mentioned makeup wipes, any other things we can toss out?
Sheet masks.
What, masks?
Like sheet mask.
Yeah.
The sheet mask that you like put on, right? And then you throw them away. All sheet masks are a sheet of cotton or something, and it's drenched in a serum.
Yeah.
And then, you're putting it on there, throwing it away. Well, why don't you just get a serum? I don't know, like Glow Getter.
Yeah.
And Tonic is your facial mist. Mist your skin, slather on Glow Getter, because these two products pull all the things, right? It's hydrating, brightening, and then you're adding your retinol-based serum that brightens up the skin, firms the skin, does all the things, and you don't need a sheet mask to do it.
Right. I don't tell my daughters that sheet masks don't work. I think every teenager loves doing a sheet mask, but you're right. I never thought about it. It's just cotton soaked in the stuff.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Such a good point.
They're fun, right? It kind of brings me to my next one, under eye patches. They're fun. They do the job, but
I've had those on this morning, Cara.
I know.
My eyes were puffy, but I know you have a product for puffy eyes too. So instead of those, yes, go ahead. You tell the listeners.
So under eye patches, yes, they work. Of course. What it's doing again is kind of like that sheet mask, right? They're patches drenched in a serum that depuffs the under eye and kind of hydrates the under eye. So when your under eye is puffy, ingredients like cucumber, caffeine, ginseng depuff the under eye, and a little massage around the eye a lot of times will do the trick, and you don't even really need a product. But revitalizing I created again is because it depuffs the under eye, brightens up dark circles, and when you roll it over lashes and brows, it helps to thicken and lengthen lashes and brows as well. It is literally the only serum on the market that will depuff the under eye, brighten up dark circles, firm the under eye area, and helps to thicken and lengthen and grow lashes and brows. I couldn't create a product that was like formulated for your left elbow. I didn't want to have a product that was an eye product, and a lash product, and a brow product. All that's doing is making you buy more product. That's not what I'm about, and that's why I put it all in one.
No, and I have to be honest. So this morning I was driving my daughter to drop her off at basketball. My eyes were a little puffy. I grabbed the patches and I took them off, and I'm like, nothing is different. I'm not going to buy these anymore. And I put your stuff on because I know that works. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We need to stop being so silly. I want to move to my next question, because can I reveal your age? Is that okay?
Yes.
Because we're pretty much the same age.
Yeah, I'm 44.
You're 44. I'm 43. I feel like this is the age where suddenly just kind of hits you like a Mack truck. Like what is happening to my body? Like what is that? What is that? Why are things sagging? Why are things wrinkling? People can follow you on social media. If you don't know what Cara looks like, Me Time Botanicals, you are all over. You just glow. It's youthful, healthy. So what, obviously the products are your secret, but can you just kind of walk us through your routine, what you're doing?
Yeah, so I am notoriously a bad sleeper. I've always been my whole life, because I have too much going on in my brain and I have a hard time shutting down. One of my secrets is water. I am constantly walking around with a mason jar full of water. That's all I'm doing. I am drinking water constantly. Now, water doesn't do anything topically for your skin. So hydrating your skin from the outside is the only way to really make water be beneficial for your skin. Yes, you're hydrating your body. Your body works better when it's hydrated, but applying good topical skincare is really what makes a huge difference. So I knew these 3 products are literally my morning holy grail. I wake up in the morning. I will rinse away the night with a cool washcloth. I mist Phytotonic, which is our brightening vitamin C toner. It really just refreshes the skin.
Feels so good. Yeah.
Feels so good. And then I roll on Revitalizing, which depuffs the under eye, brightens up dark circles, and again, grows and thickens lashes and brows. And then I slather on a few pumps of Glow Getter. So Glow Getter is our serum and moisturizer all in one. It brightens up the skin, firms the skin. It has mothbean, which is a plant-based alternative to retinol. It's non-toxic. It does all the magical antioxidant things that you want your skin to have, especially when you're going outside. You're in our hot girl summer in Charleston. We don't want makeup sliding down our face. So honestly, I just stopped wearing makeup, because as we age, a lot of times the makeup just settles in your fine lines and it looks worse. So why not empower yourself to just have gorgeous glowing skin and ditch the makeup when you can?
I love it. Do you have a skincare dirty secret that you can reveal today?
I have had Botox before.
Yeah.
Long ago. long ago. And I realized, you know what? That's just not for me. It's fantastic for everyone else and whoever wants to feel and look beautiful in their own way. But yes, I have had Botox and I realized, you know what? It's just not for me. I wanted to create and use my line because I wanted to feel good when I'm standing in front of someone saying, look, I don't wear makeup. I don't use Botox. This is literally all my skin.
You are your product, and anyone talking to you sees you now, watching this interview, if you are, meet you in person, can see that, the benefits, the beauty of using it daily. What would you say to someone who, you mentioned the retinol is like plant-based alternative. I think a lot of people are like, I need all the chemicals. I need like the hardcore legit retinol. Like I need quote unquote real stuff for it to work. So can we get, the same results with plant-based clean beauty? I think as a culture, we're seeing that shift, but what would you say to someone who still is a little resistant to that?
Yeah. So retinol is an amazing gold standard ingredient. Now, we have been using plants for centuries, thousands and thousands of years. Cleopatra would soak herself in coconut milk. She would slather on plants, right? Now, our ancestors did this for thousands of years and it worked for them. Now, science came in and said, okay, let's create these ingredients that work, like retinol and all of these other, synthetic ingredients. Well, we have science, right? Plants are able to be studied, and with clinical studies, they have determined that a lot of these ingredients, like mothbean, which is in Glow Getter, the clinical studies show that mothbean works just like a retinol to firm. It firms the skin. It stimulates collagen production, increases cellular turnover. So
what are you saying? Mothbean?
Mothbean, Mothbean. Okay. It is a legume that is in Southeast Asia. And it's this vining, beautiful legume that they've tested that all of the studies show that it works just like retinol. And the bad thing about retinol is it can cause irritation, cause drying, cause peeling, and you should not wear it during the day. It's only a nighttime product. Right. But mothbean, which is this beautiful legume that is sun sensitive. You can wear it during the day. You can wear it at night. It doesn't cause irritation. It's fantastic for all skin types, even the most sensitive. And all of the ingredients that I use, being an organic cosmetic formulator, I ensure that the efficacy is just as good as conventional products, because I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want to hand you these products and they don't work. That's not what we're about.
I mean, I know you personally, but I think someone who doesn't know you just by hearing you speak is going to say, wow, that girl really cares about her customers. Absolutely. And then I think when they go to social media and they see you and get to know you over video, that will really hit home. Do you have any favorite customer stories from over the years that you'd like to share with us today?
Yeah. So like you said, my customers are my community. It gets me all misty eyed because people literally will message me and I'm a part of their story. I'm a part of their life. Two come to mind. One is named Fran. She is a 69-year-old woman that lives in Corpus Christi, Texas. Oh, wow. She was a competitive swimmer, a surfer. And her dermatologist recently told her that her skin looks better than it ever has. And he was like, what are you using?
Really? Say that again. Her dermatologist asked her what she was using.
Yep. Her dermatologist in Corpus Christi, Texas said, what are you using, Fran? Because your skin is looking better than it ever has. She's been a customer for about 1.5 years now. And she was like, I use Me Time Botanicals. And then she was like, my skin looks better at 69 than it did when I was 40 because she was out in the sun constantly. She smoked for years and years and years and years. And finally, she is developing healthier habits. She's using Me Time and literally her skin looks better. And her dermatologist even said so. So that's
That's pretty amazing. I
Love
mean,
it.
that speaks volumes. Anyone else? You mentioned you had two.
Yeah, so this one of my customers, she recently lost her husband at a young age, and Me Time, and I'm going to try to not get choked up here. Me Time was something that gave her a few minutes of serenity. Like she stood in the mirror, looking at herself, and knew that she was broken. But these rituals just gave her a few minutes back to herself. And since she did lose her husband, her income is a lot less now. And that's one thing that she shared with me, is that the only reason she was able to continue these rituals is because they were affordable. And that's, people all day long tell me, Cara, your skincare should be more expensive. And that's the reason it's not.
I love that. I'm not going to tell you to make it more expensive. We like it where it is.
That's right.
For someone who's listening right now, obviously they can go to your website and they can make a purchase. You can also, I've never had the opportunity to do this, and I want to. You can have a Me Time facial. Your products are so good that estheticians, spas are doing facials exclusive to Me Time Botanicals. Where do we find that?
Yeah, so go to www.metimebotanicals.com. You can scroll through all of our wonderful multitasking products and find a spa partner on the website. Go get a Me Time facial. They're amazing. They will make you fall asleep. They will give you gorgeous glowing skin. And then you can have these products to use on a daily basis so that you do look like you just stepped out of a facial. And I've got a little code for you.
Yes, do tell.
Yeah, CHS Women. And you get 15% off whenever you purchase after you listen to the podcast.
I love it. CHS Women, and they can go to metimebotanicals.com or simply search Facebook and Instagram, Me Time Botanicals. Cara, for someone who is new to the brand, you'd recommend the pack of 3?
Yeah, so I would say two products that you can look for is the Simplify to Glow set. It is our 3-piece set that gives your skin everything it needs. Or you can try out the mini sample set. You get little mini versions of those 3 products. Plus, I give you a revitalizing for free.
Oh, and I love, that's what I have, my travel pouch, right?
Yes.
I love that. I just love when you're like so tired and you're in a hotel room, but you have like your real products with you instead of, samples or whatever, the small ones you're schlepping with you. Like, I think that's great.
Yeah, and the best part is that the little mini sample sets are refillable. So whenever you do run out, you don't have to like throw them away and get another sample set. You just refill it. So it's sustainable and eco-friendly.
Pour my glow getter into my little sample size. Before we go, can we mention quickly, I know people want to try the products first, but the Everything device, do you still have those in stock?
Yes, I do.
I need to do this more on my social media, but I use it all the time. And let me say this. Let me backtrack. When I use it, I notice a big difference. When I forget to use it, I'm like, wow, I look terrible today.
One, I'm sure you never look terrible.
No, this thing is like magical, and there's different colored lights that do different things. So just give the listeners a quick rundown about its magical powers.
So the Everything device, I wanted to develop this skin tool that gave you pro results at home. So microcurrent is what all the celebrities use. I mean, like they are literally using microcurrent to stimulate the facial muscles, to lift and firm and tighten the skin. It is also proven to rejuvenate cellular energy and not like woo-woo energy, like actual cell energy, right? Like your cells it's not woo-woo energy, it's like real energy. That your skin cells are rejuvenating, they're coming to the surface quicker, it's lifting and toning and tightening. You also have the red light therapy and the green light therapy and the blue light therapy. And all of these therapies are what celebrity estheticians and normal holistic estheticians are using in their service. And I wanted to wrap all of these wonderful benefits into a device. Right. And we have a few left. I'm waiting for a new shipment.
They sell out like that, don't they?
They do. They really are incredible.
You have like is it called lifting or firming, right?
Yep.
Right. Yep. And then you have, what's the other one? Pulse. What's the difference between those?
Yeah. So there are 4 modes. One is a cleansing mode. So you can use it when you're cleansing. The negative ions help to pull toxic, dirt, debris, and things away from the pores. And then you have the lift mode, which is your microcurrent, your EMS mode. And then the pulse mode pushes product deeper into the epidermis because whenever ingredients are just sitting on top of your skin, they're not really doing anything. So you really want to push them in there so that pulse mode is really pushing everything in. And then the cooling mode is fantastic. So the cooling mode gets down to 42 degrees. So it's great for depuffing in the morning. It's very skin soothing.
See, no more eye patches. You just use the cooling mode too.
Yeah, use your cooling mode. That's right. Put on revitalizing and do that cooling mode. Oh my God, Erin, you will never have puffy eyes again.
I know. It's true. Cara, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Is there anything else that I forgot or you would like to share before we go?
No, absolutely not. I think we've done an amazing job of teaching women that they need to have a little more me time in their life. And you know what? You don't need to spend an arm and a leg or a mortgage payment for skincare.
You really don't. And I love, I have a mom, we've got all kinds of girls, 4 daughters in this household. I think it's good for them to see like an example of a busy woman who is taking that moment to ourselves. Right. Absolutely. I think that's so important to be like a little me time, get away. I'm using my everything device right now. Like, just let me be and look younger.
That's right. And, and to show your, your favorite people in your life that you matter, and the ingredients and what you're putting on your skin absolutely does matter.
And if you have teenagers, I'll add it's the blue light, right? And the cleaning will help with acne. Like sometimes if we have a little breakout, I'm like, take this thing, go wash.
That's right.
All right. So again, it is metimebotanicals.com, and the code that Cara has generously given everyone is CHS Women to get 15% off. Ladies, try this. You will not regret it. Cara, thank you for your time.
Thanks so much, Erin. Have a great day.
This has been Cara Reich, founder and CEO of Me Time Botanicals on the Charleston Women Podcast.
Thanks for spending time with Charleston Women Podcast. Please like us and follow us on whatever platform you're using to access Charleston Women Podcast.